The entire EV revolution has been built on a single fatal flaw, a 40-minute leash, a digital countdown called range anxiety. We were told this was the price of progress. We were told to just wait, but what if that's a lie? While the world was busy watching Tesla and building slow, heavy chargers, one company was silent, the one everyone counted out. Then, the bombshell. Toyota's CEO steps on stage and in an instant makes every EV on the road look like a fossil. The claim, 1,200 kilometers. The charge time, 10 minutes. Wait, what? Is this real? Is the reign of Tesla already over? Has the gasoline engine finally met its end? We've got the full story, the secret strategy, and the high-stakes war for the future of driving. Welcome to Draxa. Hit that like button and subscribe now because you are not going to want to miss this. So, what is this solid-state revolution? You hear the EV discussion everywhere, but it always comes back to the same problem, the battery. What's the range? How long to charge? Will it last? It's the heart and the brain of the machine. For 30, maybe 40 years, the world has run on one thing, lithium-ion. It's in your phone, your laptop, and nearly every EV on the road. Its secret is a liquid electrolyte, a solution that lets ions swim back and forth. You charge, they swim one way. You drive, they swim back. It's been successful, sure, but it's also deeply flawed. That liquid gets hot, charging is painfully slow, and the lifespan isn't what you'd call long-term. Now, enter the solid-state battery. The name says it all. It's solid. Instead of that flammable, sloshing liquid, it uses a solid electrolyte. Think a thin slice of ceramic or crystal. The biggest advantage? It's stable. The risk of leakage, fire, or overheating is almost eliminated. Where a liquid battery could explode, the solid state is simply safer, more reliable. But this isn't just about safety. The performance is where it gets insane. Solid-state batteries have a much higher energy density. In simple terms, you can pack far more power into the exact same space. Imagine your EV today gets 400, maybe 500 kilometers. With this tech, the same car could suddenly travel 800 or even 1,200 kilometers. Now you see why Toyota is calling this the future. So what's the secret? That old liquid system is just slow. It's unstable. The ions have to dissolve and wade through a kind of chemical soup. But in a solid electrolyte, the ions fly. It's a superhighway. The result? Charging time collapses. You know that hour, maybe 2 hours you wait for a full charge? Forget it. Toyota is claiming 10 to 15 minutes fully charged. But you have to be asking, did Toyota just pull this out of a hat? If you think this technology is a big deal, do us a favor and hit that like button for Draxa, because this was a secret plan. Toyota has been quietly working on this since 2010. They always knew the future of EVs was the battery. Toyota has always been a long-distance player. Remember when they shocked the world with the Prius? Now they're getting ready to play a whole new game. This technology was born in secret. Think hidden labs. Select teams of engineers working for years. Toyota kept this completely under wraps. Why? Because you never show the world an unfinished revolution. You don't hype a product that isn't perfect. The expectations would be massive. Any delay, any failure, and the criticism would be brutal. So they stayed silent. Because you have to understand, making a solid-state battery isn't just hard. It's a complete paradigm shift. This isn't like changing a component. This changes the entire car. It demands new materials, new manufacturing processes, entirely new safety standards. Toyota poured billions into this project, all while the media heard nothing. Their strategy was simple and ruthless. Perfect the technology first, then tell the world. So why now? Why break the silence? Because they're confident. The tech has finally moved from the lab to prototype cars. Those early problems, the quick degradation, the insane costs have been solved one by one. They're finally at a point where this isn't just a dream. It's ready for the production line. And let's be honest, there's another more urgent reason. The race. The EV market is a war zone right now. You've got Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, all of them investing billions in battery tech. If Toyota stays quiet, they look like they're out of the game. This announcement, this is Toyota signaling that they're not just in the game. They're about to make the biggest move on the board. You also have to know this about Toyota. They protect their image. They don't make wild claims. If they say 1,200 kilometers and a 10-minute charge, you can be sure they have tested it and retested it until it was fact. This is their strategy. This is their confidence. And they aren't alone. Reports show this research was a massive effort backed by the Japanese government itself. So why now? Why break the silence? Because they're confident. The tech has finally moved from the lab to prototype cars. Those early problems, the quick degradation, the insane costs, have been solved one by one. They're finally at a point where this isn't just a dream. It's ready for the production line. And let's be honest, there's another more urgent reason: the race. The EV market is a war zone right now. You've got Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, all of them investing billions in battery tech. If Toyota stays quiet, they look like they're out of the game. This announcement, this is Toyota signaling that they're not just in the game. They're about to make the biggest move on the board. You also have to know this about Toyota: they protect their image. They don't make wild claims. If they say 1,200 kilometers and a 10-minute charge, you can be sure they have tested it and retested it until it was fact. This is their strategy. This is their confidence. And they aren't alone. Reports showed this research was a massive effort backed by the Japanese government itself. Japan wants its auto industry back on top, and Toyota is the tip of the spear for that mission. So Toyota has announced the plan. They're aiming to launch their first solid-state EVs between 2027 and 2028. And when this car finally arrives, the pressure on every other automaker on the planet is going to be immense. No, this wasn't a sudden decision. This was a plan. Years of secret tests, billions in quiet investment, all leading to this moment. Toyota is a master of strategic thinking. They waited. They watched as the market filled with doubt, as everyone began to question the EV's future. And just at that moment of peak uncertainty, they made their move. An announcement that shocked everyone. Now, all eyes are on Toyota. And the only question is, how fast can they deliver? And you have to understand that 1,200 kilometers range, it's not just a number. It's a psychological weapon. It's the end of range anxiety. Right now, your EV, if you have one, gets 300, maybe 500 kilometers. The best, most expensive models on the market struggle to hit 700. It's the single biggest reason you hesitate. The reason you're not sure if an EV is reliable for a long-distance trip. Now, imagine a single charge taking you 1,200 kilometers. The entire story changes. You're not hunting for chargers. You're not planning your life around a plug. You charge once and you drive for days. This is the breakthrough you've been waiting for. That constant, crippling fear of the battery dying in the middle of nowhere, it's gone. Road trips, inner city travel, the EV just became the most practical car on the road. And think bigger. A massive range doesn't just help you, it helps the entire system. When cars need charging every 400 kilometers, you need a charging station on every corner. It's a logistical nightmare. But when that car runs for 1,200, the pressure on the grid just melts away. You need fewer stations. Building a national network suddenly becomes a simple, achievable goal.